Dang. Oh shit.
Well, GG, last episode we'll ever do. Once they see this headdress, they shutting us down.
Fuck 'em.
Don't wait the way who shut us down for us out. Somebody now. We was 2 steps away from tearing the club up. Move over. Luda got something to say.
So we ready?
We're on, Chief.
All right. Well,
Welcome to the people culture. We all wear our masks that we do when we go outside.
Oh yeah.
welcome.
Welcome back
to
for another episode. We're in here.
People of Culture. And
Holding
I
it down.
am Swerve Honor, Super Saiyan Swerve, that is. And we got my boy Komodo Joe, aka Mr. Satan. And we got my boy Jesse Darby Tillis II, aka Grilling Krillin in the building.
The best support
And,
character in DBZ.
As you can see, we have our masks on to protect us from coronavirus. My mouth and nose covered because I'm corona proof. I can't catch it. So I'm chilling.
What's worse?
Are you protected by them spirits?
Most black people get coronavirus.
Protected
Have
by
you
the
not heard the
spirits.
recent news?
That sure did flip, didn't it? Went from we're immune to OMG, it's our fault. That's crazy.
That's why China blames black people now.
Man, about that, I think that you're right. It's crazy how black people are all of a sudden the face of the virus. I think it's funny. This is what I think. I think that black people are not any more prone to catching this disease than anybody else. What I think is happening is a couple things. I think by making it look like it's something that's affecting us primarily, it's reinforcing the I don't want to fuck with black people energy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's reinforcing the black people need to keep back. Y'all stay over there. And I think it's that. And the other thing I think it could be is that they are working on vaccines. This nigga. But I think they are working on vaccines that they want to issue mandatorily. But I think if we go that route, right, say they are working on vaccines, by making it seem like this is a black people issue, I think what they're doing is making it to where by the time the vaccines roll out, the public will be it'll be so ingrained in people's mind that, oh, black people are more prone to the disease, that black people will probably be like the first neighborhoods to get the vaccines rolled out. And everybody knows the first wave of vaccines is like the most bullshit ones. Like those are the ones you don't want. You know what I'm saying? So I think it could be one of those things, preparing us for vaccines or just, reinforcing the racism.
We got a question. First question by Rachel Winchell. How do you feel about the stimulus?
How is it to feel about it? I think it's a good thing. Honestly, I feel like it makes Trump look pretty good. This is a highlight of Trump's presidency. I think that on one hand, it's a good thing. On the other hand, and not to be greedy, I think people need more than $1,200. Because when the $1,200 was announced, it was announced like, okay, we're going to do the stimulus for $1,200 because we're going to be shut down for 2 weeks. It was going to be like a 2 or 3 week thing. Now that the shutdown has been extended, I think the stimulus money needs to be extended to match that. Because $1,200 is cool for 2 weeks, but I think it should be $1,200 for every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So the niggas can cover their bills.
He did say that he wants to do another stimulus, and then the Democrats did say $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, that's cool. I think it should be more than that, really. Because $2,000 a month is cool to pay your bills if you somebody like me who ain't got no kids and a wife and you live in an apartment, but people with families and houses, $2,000 a month ain't gonna cut it. That's some people mortgage is $2,000. So
it'd probably be $2,000 a month for every person, and kids and everything else.
Shit. Okay, man, maybe I can.
I think they said
the stimulus was $500 each kid, also that you claim.
Yeah, I think they said something like if you're 16 and up this time, you get $2,000.
Damn.
I can't remember that number though, and don't quote me on it. But you'd be surprised, like how do you feel about the stimulus? Like, bro, that answer actually varies. I've heard a whole bunch of different things. Like, some people said that they don't think we should get a stimulus. Like we should get I thought this was dumb as fuck. We should get 100 points to our credit score instead.
What? Who cares about credit in a time like this?
I thought it was
Whoever said
stupid,
that-
but a lot of people saying they wanted the 100 points, and I was like, well,
Because you can get more
there would
things.
probably just be another parameter put in that would say, hey, just check their credit scores and minus 100 points, and that's what they really have. Don't qualify.
Exactly,
Like,
right.
the credit is still a reputation thing. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta
Mhm.
trust your ass. I'm just gonna take that 100 points out of the
You look
equation.
at the
and-
history.
Yeah, you look at the history. Dumbest shit I've ever seen. But
That shit is
other
dumb.
people also have other opinions. Like they think that if you do have a job, you shouldn't get it. Like if you're just working from home, you shouldn't get it. Which I was
Hey,
like,
fuck all them people. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. All right.
So, I mean, it's some opinions out there. Me, I think everyone does need to get something. I feel like we're so ingrained in thinking that we deserve less that that's just how people feel. And if anybody provides more, then you got to come up with some kind of argument. Shit, like free healthcare for one. Like I started researching some of the things that free healthcare get. Like one of the main ones, people say free healthcare won't work because there'll be long ass lines, right? Long ass lines, you'll never get to see anybody. Apparently, it works off priority. So, for example, let's say I don't know, I got a splinter in my finger, and for some fucking reason, I can't get it out. And then somebody right after me basically is about to have a heart attack. They're not going to look at me and be like, oh, well, you came first. Let's go ahead and get this splinter. No, they're going to push me to the side. So it's like, it's a priority off of severity of what you got. That seems fairly simple.
That's true.
Yeah,
Is it
there's a lot
necessary?
of fucking opinions out there about the stimulus.
Are poor people taking advantage, or do essentials deserve more, and etc.?
What?
People who are essential workers, do they deserve more?
Hell yeah.
Do
Yeah.
poor people deserve to take advantage of it? The people that don't have jobs?
I think so. I think in a fair world, the people who are still having to go to work like the essential workers, I think they should
In
get
a
a
fair
bonus.
world, this wouldn't even be a scenario. In a fair world, this would all be different.
I mean, disease is still going to exist, but no, I mean, I think the essential workers do deserve more. Why not? They put themselves at risk.
Especially like they're putting themselves at the most risk. Especially like I was thinking about just shit retail work, like grocery store people, like they have to touch everybody. You know what I mean? To some capacity. Like you over here ducking and dodging people in the supermarket, but they literally have to touch or interact with any and everyone that comes through that aisle. So
and then if it wasn't for them, the society would have fell the fuck apart. All them niggas need raises. That's why if you are an essential worker, you should get a mandatory $5 raise, like off real. You know what I'm saying?
Hazard pay?
5 hours.
Would you say?
Huh?
Hazard pay.
Hazard pay? All of that shit. I mean, they deserve all of that shit.
Yeah.
Nurses.
All of them
medical.
motherfuckers, man. All of them essential workers deserve money, hazard pay, extra stimulus bonus. They are keeping society afloat right now. Like, if it wasn't for them, we would be in the Stone Age and shit.
Truck drivers.
Truck drivers.
Like medical is almost a no-brainer at this point, people that should
without truck drivers, ain't no commerce.
That's true. That is very true. We have to keep the whole society, the whole money afloat, the economy afloat. How do you feel about Trump not pulling off from, what was it, the health thing organization?
I love it.
I've seen some people mad about it.
No, I think it's a great thing. All people mad about that are people who don't know anything about the history of the World Health Organization. If you know what they've been up to, what they've been doing, then you will say that's a good thing. And honestly, combined with the stimulus check and Trump not supporting the World Health Organization, I might vote for him. I'm not gonna lie. I might vote for the man. But
you hear it first. I find it always funny that when I hear white people say, I don't vote for Trump because he's racist, and then a black person say, I vote for him because he talks about money. It really shows the difference in society.
Black people say they vote for him because what?
Because he talks about money, because he's about that money. He's about keeping it real.
I think when white people say they didn't vote for Trump because he's racist, I feel like they're probably lying. And it's okay. Like if you voted for Trump, it's cool. It's just that voting for Trump has been made to be like this indicator of bad moral character. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. Like his politics, you might have just liked his politics. You don't gotta like the racist shit to come with it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I don't like a lot of the racist shit Trump has enabled. But I mean, has he done a bad job of running the country? Honestly, my life hasn't changed since
In all
Trump came in
fairness,
office.
he's in a hard situation with this virus. He's in a very hard situation.
I mean, in this
If you want to be honest
situation,
with you, if you look at the stock market and the economy up until coronavirus, like Trump actually killed it.
in a good way.
Like, yes.
Yeah,
Like
I can
he
believe that.
literally like the stock market like went up like fucking gangbusters, motherfucker. Like it was ridiculous. Like I'm trying to think. If I remember correctly, I think the Dow Jones was floating around I want to say like 18,000 points. No, that's not right. Fuck, I may have to look it up. Either way, I think Trump took the stock market under his reign from about 16,000 points to maybe around 30,000. And that's a lot of fucking points. That, matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. Y'all keep talking, but like, I'm going to show you just
Do you
like
feel
in
minimum
the short
wage
amount of
should be
time he was
raised?
in it compared to everything else.
Do you feel
It's
minimum
ridiculous.
wage should be $15?
No.
What do you think minimum wage should be? Because every state has different minimum wages. Even counties.
$7.25, bro. Shit. I don't think minimum wage should change. I think there should be a minimum wage, and I think there should be essential workers getting a certain amount of money. Not every
So not every job needs to pay a living wage?
No, I don't think so. No. Some jobs are just like for kids, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I got on at the car wash, like, you know what I'm saying? That was a job for teenagers to do, and I got paid minimum wage, and that's what it was. Like I think certain jobs should. Now, I don't think that fast food workers should get minimum wage, no. I think they should get like 15 an hour type shit minimum. But do I think minimum wage across the board should be that high? Hell no. Fuck no.
I feel that. What about you, Komodo?
I ain't even gonna lie, I'm not listening. I'm still looking at the stock market.
Well,
His answer was the same as
Komodo
mine.
already
But
makes
just
a bunch of
speaking
money and everything else. So that understands where your point comes from.
I think people who advocate for the minimum wage, you got to understand, $15 is twice the Texas minimum wage. That's more than double. And people don't realize that's going to have huge ramifications on everything. Like the cost of everything will go up.
Dallas City minimum wage is $14 right now.
Who?
Dallas minimum wage
Dallas, the city of Dallas.
is $14 right now.
Well, the state of Texas is $7.25. So I don't know how the fuck the city of Dallas pulled that shit off.
Because you can change it within cities and counties and stuff.
Oh, okay. Got you. Well, good for them. But that's why they city sucks. You see what I'm saying? I'm just talking shit.
Oh.
I'm originally from Texas County, dog. I just live
So,
here.
how do you feel about social distancing?
Me personally, I'm not gonna lie,
Hell,
man. Go ahead.
Bro, he's been the most active out of all three of us.
Huh? Me?
You have.
Hell yeah, you.
I'm just answering the questions as he asked them.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Oh, as far as social distancing goes, shit, I just think that I don't have no real problem with social distancing, honestly. I don't have no real beef with it. I mean, I guess if that's what people need to feel safe, that's a minor step, 6 feet back.
Maybe I should say more. How do you feel about the places that have strict rules? Because those who have strict rules have less coronavirus outbreak cases and deaths.
Like who?
Like all the countries like Vietnam and places like that. Even New York has very strict rules. Do you agree that you have strict rules?
I don't know.
How strict you talking?
Right.
Are you talking about what we're currently in or what we could potentially go to?
Like, kind of like you can't be going nowhere. I think, was it Vietnam? It may have been Vietnam. It was one of the countries. Somebody went out against protocol and they got like 9 months in jail.
You're stupid as fuck.
That is very dumb.
That's ridiculous.
No.
But I don't agree with all that.
Taking away your freedom for your safety?
I don't fuck with that.
Your freedom for your safety.
If I want to risk my safety let me risk my shit. I don't need you to tell me what risk to put in my life. If I feel like I'm gonna take my chances with it, then let me do that shit. Don't take away my freedom for that. I don't agree with it personally. I think the concept of social distance is cool. The whole imposing fines and jail time, that's that George Orwell shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with that.
Agreed. I'm okay with what we got going on right now, but I'm also a hermit, so I don't really fucking leave often anyway. But I can't really imagine it getting worse unless I can't imagine it getting worse unless people keep not paying attention and the numbers keep hiking up dramatically every week. It's gonna come a point in time where the government's gonna be like, oh, okay, y'all don't want to fucking listen, and then maybe extra shit will happen.
Y'all hard headed.
So, in the current state, I'm okay. But if it gets worse, then I probably won't be okay, and I may have to start making decisions.
Like what?
You'll find out later.
So, what do you think about Bill Gates talking about there's going to be no return to normalcy unless there's a mass vaccination?
Is that true?
Bill Gates isn't a doctor.
Did he really say that?
Bill Gates said there's not going to be no concerts, no public gatherings, no return to normalcy unless there is some mass vaccination that takes place. Bill Gates just said this like a week ago.
This whole thing is, Bill Gates has been talking about this stuff for years, though. He has been saying this stuff for years.
He has.
Bill Gates isn't a doctor, though. And that's one thing. Bill Gates isn't a doctor. So why are we taking opinions from a person that's not a doctor? Do we take opinions from Dr. Sebi? Are we going to take opinions from Dr. Sebi if that's the case? Dr. Sebi wasn't really a doctor.
This nigga builds fucking computers. Like, I don't get who gave this nigga the authority to talk about anything but building computers, my nigga. And then Steve Jobs builds better computers than him. Let the world tell us. So who the fuck gave this nigga authority to speak about viruses and shit? Like, nigga, that's like me. I'm the best car mechanic in the whole goddamn world. And there's like a shortage on flour and the bakers around the world are panicking. There's no flour and I'm the best car builder. So I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. We're like, bitch, who asked you anything about this, nigga? Like,
who is advising Bill Gates? And that's what I wonder. Who is actually advising? Because it's just like, because when the president talks, he gets advised, even though Trump may say things against what he's been advised to say by the experts. Who is these experts that's telling Bill Gates? Is that Bill Gates on his payroll? How does Bill Gates know more about the medical field than Dr. Sebi? That's all I want to know. We discredit Dr. Sebi.
Oh, I know why. One is this color and one is this color.
It wasn't because that nigga's head broke out and shit. That ain't had nothing to do with it.
All I know is Bill Gates is, I don't believe in this, but if there is one, that nigga is an antichrist. That nigga is evil. That nigga wants us. You know what's funny? So about the World Health Organization, right? There's been two incidences. One I think was in Senegal and one was somewhere in South America where they developed these quote unquote tetanus shots. And they went out and they were giving out these tetanus shots. And people started realizing that the only people they were giving these shots to were women between the ages of like 15 and 45. So that's like, that's kind of weird. So they tested them and it turns out these shots were filled with some type of compound antibodies that fought the hormone that allows women to maintain a pregnancy. So if you got this shot, you couldn't maintain a pregnancy. And they found that shit out and they immediately stopped taking it. And of course, that news story is like so buried. And if you Google it, it'll say like rumor or debunk, all that shit. But nah, bro.
But it's but if that's the case, there's a lot of places where you get a shot and you don't know what's in it.
I mean, yeah, but if your doctor, you're right. But if you go somewhere and you only giving shots to women of a certain age group, and it's apparently to fight tetanus, those are the only people who get tetanus. And then you have paid scientists break it down.
You give out shots to kids of certain age groups. We give out shots to kids at certain age groups.
I know, bro, but I'm saying in this situation with the World Health Organization, they were only giving it to women of childbearing age. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't excuse that shit. That's very fishy.
That's the same concept of only giving kids of young ages shots.
No, that's not the same concept because tetanus is.
I can't tell. Are y'all like agreeing or?
No, we're not agreeing. I'm saying tetanus is a different thing because it's like the concept of giving little kids vaccines, you're giving kids vaccines for shit that may affect them later on in life, period. There is no reason to only be giving tetanus shots to women of childbearing age. Like, what about the
But
men?
there's
What
more
about
of
the
a
kids? What
reason
about
to
the old
give.
ladies?
But there's more of a reason to give shots to kids of young age.
Okay, I guess I see what you're saying now. I think you basically there's no
It's
reason to give shots to kids.
we're narrowing down a certain group and only giving them shots.
Okay, but it depends on what the shot is for, bro. If it's like HPV, something that only affects women, then yeah, only give women shots.
I mean, you can tell a person the shots for whatever. You get
But
told
when we
lies
give
all the
kids
time.
shots, but when we give little kids shots, we give little kids shots for shit that's gonna affect anybody. Polio, goddamn smallpox, shit like that. What in the world do you only need to give women between 15 and 45? What is it? What disease is that? That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. You're saying it's suspicious because if it's a tetanus shot, then why only give it to women? And between a specific age group versus spreading that out if you cared to get an actual test sample. And they probably presented it to the women as a tetanus shot, but they probably didn't notice at the time it was only women. They probably didn't have like a long line of women. They probably like knocked on doors. Who knows what they could have done in something like that to keep it secret and not let them catch on to years later where everybody says the same fucking story. Like, oh shit, I think something happened. I think that's what you're getting at, right? Essentially. Yeah. So,
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
shit like that happens all the time. Like the Tuskegee experiments, that happened on blacks.
Mm-hmm.
I find it crazy that I don't think I ever heard that shit in history.
The thing about
I just figured that out on my own. I was like, what the fuck?
All them people is in cahoots. Them people who did the Tuskegee experiment, bro, all them niggas who back in the 30s and 40s were worried about eugenics, that's the same people that created these organizations. You know what I'm saying? Like, there used to be a eugenics organization. They changed the name. I forgot what they changed the name to, but then they got Planned Parenthood. Margaret Sanger made Planned Parenthood based on her whole MO was eugenics.
Wasn't Ronald Reagan's wife big on that?
Huh?
Wasn't Ronald Reagan's
eugenics?
On things like that with Planned Parenthood and stuff?
I believe so. But you know what? Bill Gates' dad legitly was, though. Like, you can Google this. I forgot his name. I guess William Gates Sr., but that nigga was literally involved with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So why you think it ain't no coincidence that this rich ass man, you know, the Gates family has ties like back to the Rockefellers and all of that shit. Them niggas just go back. They've been in this shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no coincidence that this nigga who was so heavily involved with eugenics and weeding out populations and population control, his son just so happens to be interested in vaccinating all of Africa. And why does nigga so hell-bent? Nigga, it's a known fact that the COVID is not fucking with Africa like that, but this nigga is so gung-ho about testing these vaccines in Africa. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
because it mainly kills black people.
Fuck Microsoft.
It mainly kills black people. That's what all the statistics say. It mainly kills black people. It mainly.
He said that's what the statistics say.
It mainly.
Thank you. That's my point. It's bullshit. That's my whole point. Like, of course, the statistics don't say that, but we know that's not true. Because think about it. Let's just break it down chronologically. When this shit first happened, right? It started in China. It was the Chinese virus, and it was multiple news lines talking about why aren't Africans being affected, as if they were trying to infect these niggas. Niggas was literally saying, there was a news line that really said Africans are being exposed to the virus but aren't catching it. Just break that down.
Closing borders up. It was some of the North African countries closing borders up.
Think about this though. You don't know if these niggas don't have it or not unless you're testing them for it, right? So if you're testing these niggas for this disease, you're not just randomly testing niggas off the street. You testing niggas that you think got it, and you think they got it because you intentionally exposed them to it. That's my point. You're not just testing. I'm not gonna go knock on the old lady house next door and test her for the virus unless I think she's been exposed to that bitch. And the only way I would know if she got exposed to it, if I'm a scientist, is because I exposed them to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, so now it starts off with Africans aren't being affected. Why? What's going on? All the scientists were so baffled because they wanted that shit to happen, but it didn't. So now you come to America, and now all of a sudden, black people are the most affected. Now, when it was in Africa, they were saying it was going to hit them the hardest because they don't have adequate health care. That was the excuse. We saw that was some bullshit because them niggas didn't get hit that hard. So now with us, they trying to change the narrative and say, oh, it's because of underlying conditions and pre-existing conditions. Like, nigga, come on, bro. It's like the narrative always gonna change, and now all of a sudden it's not the Chinese virus no more. Now it's affecting niggas. It changed too many times without any substantial proof to back it up. You know what I'm saying? I just can't trust it, bro.
But if I can't trust a white man, who can I trust, Swerve?
The black man.
Which black man? We didn't trust Dr. Sebi.
The one in the mirror.
Ooh. They said he was gonna rub a carrot on somebody's face and cure it. Oh man.
Hey, I'm corona proof, bro. I'm black and I got O positive blood, bro. Real shit. I got that good rare shit. Nigga, you can drink my blood and be healed. I'm Jesus, nigga. Drink blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, nigga. Real shit. The Bible don't lie to you niggas. Black
This is how Colt starts.
Yeah. You say what?
That's how
I'm light skinned, so I got a 50-50 shot. We'll see how this shakes out.
Statistically speaking, I think I'm less black than Joe, sadly.
All I know is I've been outside with no mask on, nigga. No fucking shit.
Mask off,
No shirt on.
mask off.
I ain't
Well,
practicing
this
social
is my
distancing.
mask.
And I'm fine, bro. Don't believe all that shit.
I be down
man.
the aisle picking up turnips and shit just like this. Excuse me, sir, you're scaring the customers. Well, their germs are scaring me. I'm sorry.
You think
This is who I am.
You think the world will change after this?
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, man. This is the perfect time, I say, for people to really, oh my God, learn some new shit now. Teach your kids some shit. Because if you want to talk shit about the school system, anything else, they are away from it. They out of it. Do some shit. Teach your kids simple shit. Teach them how to scramble an egg or some shit. I'll be honest with you. My grandma taught me how to scramble an egg like the age of like 3.5, 4 or some shit. Teach them some small little basic shit. Just do it.
Did y'all see
Now is the perfect time. Say what?
Now continue.
I was gonna say now is the perfect time to really instill some real shit in your kids or yourself to really start kickstarting. Like, especially like if you unemployed, I know it's depressing, but now's the time like to literally learn some new shit while you applying for other shit. But just pick it up. Because believe it or not, I mean, to be honest with you, I already did all this shit in a sense. I was like the first wave in November. And I learned some new shit during that time because it's like, bro, I ain't doing nothing else. I can't stay depressed. Because I'm going to spring back some kind of way.
So did y'all see the GQ magazine with Kanye West on it? And he said, communicating with words is the lowest form of communication. And now he talks to people through beeps.
I say communication.
I agree with him because if you punch a nigga, then that's a good communication. He know what's up.
Communicates through beeps.
But you know,
binary, if you will.
What was the quote? Verbal communication is the lowest form?
Yeah.
I mean, what other forms is there? Telepathic, telekinetic, whatever, telepathic?
He's beeping. So, I mean, there's also sign language.
Fuck what Kanye talking about, bro.
You know, you just don't give Kanye credit. You don't like Kanye. He's next level. I
do like Kanye. What the fuck you talking about?
If Tupac was alive, Tupac would be saying the same thing.
No, he wouldn't.
Why do you say that?
Because Tupac loved to fucking talk. All he did was talk.
Yeah, but then he would have realized. So does Kanye. But then he realized the real form.
Kanye do love to hear himself. Kanye be saying shit that don't make no sense. Kanye was like, I got this. What do you say? I got this complication called synesthesia where I can. What do you say? I see sounds.
Mm-hmm.
He said some weird shit like that.
As a
smell
kid,
and taste sounds.
As a kid, I was told Tupac was alive in an underground island submarine with Dick Cheney.
And Bill Gates, right? No, or was it Elvis?
It was Dick Cheney. It was other people there. It could have been Bill Gates, but it was definitely Dick Cheney. And this is when Dick Cheney was alive. It was told me before Dick Cheney was alive, and him and Tupac. He was keeping Tupac, and it was a secret society that Tupac was with, and Dick Cheney was a part of it.
Why we talk about this shit?
I don't know. You know what we're actually supposed to be doing?
What?
Over under.
Oh shit.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, Chester
I'm sorry, we
Watson.
just got so heated with the
Oh.
questions earlier. I was like, I'm not gonna stop this. I'm
Over under
stop
Chester
this.
Watson. Over under Chester Watson. I gotta say, not rated in my eyes.
Look, what you say? What'd you say about
Chester
him?
Watson.
What'd you
You
think
were
about him?
supposed to listen to him.
I listened to him.
I wasn't. He was okay. He was
Chester
definitely.
Watson
He has some
reminds me of
potential, but I like Black better.
Chester Watson reminds me of Earl Sweatshirt. So if you like Earl Sweatshirt, go listen to Chester Watson.
No,
I can see that.
If you like Earl Sweatshirt, listen to Earl Sweatshirt. Don't listen to
I
Great Value Earl.
He did give
No,
me
Earl
Earl
Sweatshirt
Sweatshirt
been
vibes
falling
too.
off. That motherfucker weird now. I don't fuck with Earl no more. That SRS shit, I was like, all right, until he get his shit together, I might have to kick Earl off the playlist.
As far as Chester Watson goes, I'll say this. I let him ride for a minute. I thought he was okay. He did give me Earl Sweatshirt vibes, not totally. I would say Earl Sweatshirt mixed with like Isaiah Rashad.
Ooh, not that good. He ain't that good. He okay. He ain't brought nothing. Nah, that's
Isaiah Rashad's not that good.
I think Isaiah Rashad is a woke version of Kendrick.
No, he's a Kendrick son, and he needs to find his own identity. But
okay, I'll give you that.
Like that.
But I like him though.
Like that.
I like him though. So I'm not disrespected because I got Isaiah in my playlist. But I can be honest about artists. He's not all that. He's straight though. As far as Chester Watson, I added one of his songs to the playlist. He had one song that said something about "I am a God." I really fuck.
That was he chill. He real chill. He real chill. But I don't think he's not consistent enough for me in his music.
He's real chill. My only thing is, I think he'd be good if he just rap with a little more aggression. Just a little more aggression. Because his voice is cool. His message is cool. He was just too laid back. Just a little too laid back. He just needs a little bit of anger. And I think he's an A1 motherfucker.
I can't rate him at all. I can't rate Chester Watson. I got to see what his next project is. I think he has a lot of growth to do, and I want to see where he'll go with it.
I'll be honest, I can't rate him yet either. I feel like I haven't listened enough to give him a rating. I'll say this, as far as ratings, I won't say over or underrated. I would say he was good from what I heard. Like I said, I like Earl Sweatshirt. He kind of gave me those vibes, like MF Doom a little bit too. So, it's right in my alley.
He has really good potential.
If I would have put Earl Sweatshirt on like some kind of randomized playlist, he would have probably popped up and I wouldn't have skipped like, man, what the fuck is this shit? So, I kept listening. So,
for anybody watching in the comments, please give us something and we will rate overrated, underrated, or just maybe simply rated as well.
Shit, boy, I got a little something right here on the paper.
What you gonna say? Pop it off for us.
Okay, I got one.
You go on, my good man.
Oh, I was gonna let you go, but shit, okay.
I was gonna say, I think we should do a theme based on quarantine shit, like what we should do when we go out. But I'm curious to hear what you have to say also.
I was gonna say Goku.
Goku, overrated.
Yeah.
Goku's overrated.
Why?
Why? He gets way too much hype for being the great hero. He isn't really a hero anymore. I mean, DBZ is the biggest thing, but it's like, he isn't the greatest. Like, he ain't really like that much of a hero. Now he's just an instigator. He's an instigator, got to get his fix of fighting.
He instigated one time.
Huh? One?
Actually, twice.
One?
Twice.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Twice.
Thank you. Twice.
No, he's instigated two fucking fights.
Yeah, but it's like he's not the same Goku. He's very overrated and everything else. And Goku takes losses. Everybody in the Dragon Ball series is very overrated. But that's because they've shown to be top dogs. Everybody except for Yamcha. Yamcha is underrated.
Hey, Krillin.
Boy.
Krillin's underrated.
You're right.
Krillin is underrated. And Krillin's a family man.
Oh, she said, hold up, we got questions. JID, and Tierra Whack. Underrated, both of them. I don't know what Sparkmaster Tape is.
JID is...
I'll say he's underrated, but he's not as good I would rather listen to J. Cole than him.
I'll say this. I have an extreme bias against Kendrick's son. And that nigga's a Kendrick son. But he is nice. Like, he's very good at what he does. I just wish more niggas would stop trying to sound like Kendrick Lamar and stop doing the high-pitched alien shit. Just be themselves.
Just be yourself.
How do you feel about Jid?
Goku's underrated. Anyways.
Goku's underrated?
Underrated.
Hold up. You got a white boy telling you a swerve, you fucking up. Just to let you know. Hold up.
Whoa. A white boy is addressing me?
He said y'all fucking up. He addressed us.
Oh. Yeah. Shit, you gotta go through one of them. Talk to me, goddamn.
Hold up. Komodo said Goku was overrated. I gotta hear this.
He said underrated.
Underrated. How is he underrated?
Well, first of all, Goku is a giver. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is underappreciated nowadays. They call him a bad dad and everything. How many of y'all have died for your kids, huh? Have you ever teleported a nigga to another planet so he didn't blow your kid's planet up?
I also don't lose a fight and put my kid in the fight. Hold up. Nah, we ain't gonna
Who else is gonna whoop his ass? Who else is gonna whoop his ass?
Y'all are both right, but Goku didn't die for Gohan. Goku died because he wanted to goddamn die. He was tired of the shit he was in.
He did.
You know
You excusing the fact that he killed somebody else. King Kai had to die for Goku mistakes. He could have just instant transmission him out into space. He took him and killed somebody. Goku is a murderer. All right, Goku is a murderer.
Bullshit.
Goku is a murderer.
On top of that, my biggest grief with that is he could have saved King Kai. This nigga had time to pop him up. King Kai, I'm sorry. Hey, forgive me. Nigga, grab this nigga and get the fuck out of there, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
He could have.
Let me get this straight.
Told King Kai ahead of time. He could have just said, "Hey,
King Kai, I'm
sending you. Get ready. Let's bounce."
You got an option. You can save 3 people. Or the world.
No,
and it sounds like y'all choosing the world out of that.
No, he had more options.
He had time to save everybody.
3 people.
Why didn't he just teleport, bro? He waited till Cell was down to like the last 10 seconds to do it. You could have just.
And we want to talk about that also. Also, let's rewind it back a little bit too. So, are y'all gracious enough to die for the safety of planet Earth? Because let's talk. He didn't do it for Gohan. He died because he said he was tired of fighting. Because he said bad shit happens every time he's alive.
No, he wasn't trained. No, he was called out for training. He was called out and said, "No, you secretly gonna train."
He didn't say he was gonna train, but he said he had to get away from Earth because every time he was at Earth started getting. But that wasn't.
No, but that was a dumb excuse. He was lying because Frieza came to Earth and Goku wasn't even there.
And then he came back.
No, he was made dumb excuses. He made dumb excuses.
But he still came back.
People still came to Earth.
He still came back.
He would have had him handled though. Even in Trunks' timeline, he said Goku would have killed him. He'd have teleported over there. Like, so that's bullshit. And the only time that really happened was Cell. Cell was the only nigga who really put Earth at risk over Goku. Frieza, again, Goku had that shit handled. Then the Saiyans, they was coming for the fucking Dragon Ball. They didn't give a shit about Goku. And that wasn't even Goku's fault. That was Piccolo's fault because Piccolo was blabbing about the mouth about the Dragon Balls when he killed Raditz. That was not Goku's fault. The only time that a nigga came for Goku was Cell. And then Majin Buu, Goku instigated that shit because that nigga had full warning, hey, if y'all get to fighting, this ancient ass evil is gonna reincarnate. He said, fuck that, I want my fate anyway, nigga. We gonna risk the Earth for this fucking fight, nigga. And he did that and everybody died. So no, nigga, like, hell no.
That sounds like
this Goku stuff. Let's just keep it moving and say, first off, somebody on here said they have a micro penis. I don't understand that.
Well, good luck with that.
But,
you should just learn how to eat pussy really good.
Tierra Whack is very underrated.
I think so too.
I never heard a Tierra Whack song. I don't think so. No opinions from me.
And Swerve, you getting called out for culture appropriating, even though there's a big thing talking about how black people are Native American.
I'm about to say I'm a native, bro. I'm a native to the Americas. We can pull out the history books. You know what I'm saying? We can pull out the book. They were here before Columbus. They came before Columbus.
Right? The Aboriginals.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying those black people in the Americas before white people got here. Like the Native Americans, I'm one of them. That's in my blood. You know what I'm saying?
He said, why am I whiteface? Whiteface isn't a thing. He's trolling. Whiteface isn't even a thing.
What is whiteface? You know what
He's
I'm
talking
saying?
about because I have a white mask on. He's like, you're whiteface. Whiteface isn't a thing.
Oh,
Just because there's one black and
fuck.
there's one white doesn't mean it goes parallel.
He's a witness protection.
Mm-hmm.
White people want to be oppressed so bad. It's cute. It's really adorable.
I once was an orphan. But actually, my over-under thing was going to be
Okay.
the club.
Overrated.
I agree.
Man, I want to say overrated, but it has its place, man. It really has its place.
It does. Still overrated.
I think it's overrated
is,
the way
dog.
how rappers glamorize it. But it has its
They
place.
glamorize it because they got big enough checks where it ain't shit. But when I go up in there and it's a bottle of Belvedere for $500 fucking dollars, like, bro, what the fuck?
Okay,
Bro,
first
this
off,
only
you can
with
afford
$20,
that.
$30?
First off, you can afford that.
Why would I spend that though when I could go get it for $20 or $30 and have a house party?
The club
probably
does
have
have
more
its time.
shit to
for
do.
it.
After Corona, party at Mr. Satan's.
I think the club is good, but everything needs to be done in moderation. Like, I think you should go to the club when you actually have your shit together. When you don't have your shit together, there's no reason to go to the club because it just costs so damn much. And I think me personally, I don't like going to the club in Houston. I've been to them hoes 100 times. I've seen them all, but I'm in another motherfucking city. Then it's like, let's go to the club. You know what I'm saying? I think the club is usually some shit you do as a celebration or, you know, something like that. But if it's just some routine shit, I think routine clubbing is horrible. That's not for me personally. I can't do a routine club. I think I go to the club like 3 times a year, 4 times a year. I might hit the club. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I think I saw a celebrity that said some shit like, if you ain't really celebrating an achievement, why are you going? And I was like, damn, that's even more strict than I think what you just said.
I do say people that go to the bar regularly is just really weird to me and kind of look like it's losers. Like people who go to strip clubs and bars and clubs regularly, and like the older you get, kind of look as like the loser type of people. It's very weird. Like they don't got nothing to do with their life. Like they, you know.
I agree, but I think the bar is different than the club. Like I feel like I'll go to a bar. I feel like I could go to the bar maybe once every weekend or so. Not every single weekend, but maybe every other weekend. I might hit a bar up, and that's still a lot, to be honest. But bars and clubs is 2 different environments. Like bars, you can still chat. Because I like to go to bars that got poetry or bars that got live jazz. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Like coffee shops also at the same time.
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, bars is different than a club. Even a lounge. A lounge is still club-like, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? But I think clubs are overrated. I think lounges and bars. I think loungers are underrated. Bars are properly rated.
Do y'all see any of those businesses making a big boom coming back, or do you think people are going to change so much that people are just naturally going to be more introverted now and not fuck with it?
Not at all.
No, I think people want to go out and do stuff.
I'll be honest, I feel the same way. I'm like, bro, normally I'm in the house, but I'm like, bro, I've seen enough of this bitch. I'm getting my money's worth paying this rent. Let me tell you what, I'm getting my money's worth. Staring at these fucking walls. Give me another month. I'm gonna be able to walk this bitch front and back with my eyes closed. Woo! I've been in this bitch. Woo! Yeah, man. But yeah, that was one of the ones I had right there. Was just how y'all feel about clubs, overrated, underrated. I'm giving them fucking overrated, man. Loud ass music, which is cool sometimes, but like I said, it's like you said, I can't do that shit all the fucking time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just built different. I'll be up in there too. Like, I don't know why. Like, you know me, like, you know, my niggas don't dance. We just pull up our pants and
do the rock.
That's about it. So I don't be up in the club jumping around too much and shit. Now, I will say there's a few times where I got fucked up.
In there just getting it.
There was
Oh,
one
yeah,
time
I'm
I
not
got
dancing
fucked up
on
and somebody came in and I was like on the couch dancing.
I
But
gotta-
normally I don't be on that kind of shit.
I gotta feel a
So-
certain way to really kill it.
Oh, I was
Yeah. I fuck
Well-
with dance. I'm like, I don't like going to the club and not dancing. That's when I feel like I'm wasting my time. But yeah, for sure, man. I fucks with it on occasion.
that's a good one. Which one did you have, kind sir?
Who? Me? What's
No,
up?
Swervo.
What did you have?
I said Goku.
Oh, yeah, you did. Jesus Christ. That would just feel like it flew out so fucking fast except for the wearing.
We even brought it back. Goku had a full discussion. Goku is selfish, bro. He's selfish, bro. He real selfish.
Oh, I have another question for y'all.
Uh-huh.
Have y'all started anything new? Because we talked earlier about this is the perfect time for people to start new shit, blah, blah, blah. But have y'all personally started anything new?
Not really. I play a new video game, but I don't really do anything. Just a lot of meditating for the most part.
That's what's up. I've been playing good video games as well. I've been on
Self-reinventing.
Pokemon shit. On Pokemon, if anybody want to battle me or trade, get at me. Super Smash Brothers. I'm whipping ass all day,
Yo, I'm
every
looking
day.
for a Nintendo Switch right now. They sold out everywhere.
Oh, my Nintendo Switch dock broke. Never mind. I can't hop on Smash right now. I gotta get a dock.
Oh, boy, you got it bad like Usher.
You got
I know,
it. You
man.
got it bad.
You know,
Don't you
but
worry about
I did take up some new shit. I took up planting actually.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Yes.
Good start. Getting a green
You
thumb
started.
over there. Shit, you might need to. You might need to.
Shit,
In about 2 years, bro, you might have to do this shit on your own. You never know.
Real talk.
Might have to go out to a random field and start over. When the revolution begins, at least you know how to
Real
plant
shit,
shit.
bro. Real shit. And I'll be the one to bring certain things to the new population of humanity, you know what I'm saying, and bless them. But hopefully it don't come to that.
You gotta get some almanac books and shit. I started looking into boxing techniques.
Oh, that's what's up.
So for like the past week, I've bought some little weights. They're only like 2-pound weights, so they're not real heavy, but they're not meant for strength. It's meant for speed. So I looked up a couple techniques, and what I've been doing is I've been practicing the speed of my fucking uppercuts and shit. So I'm practicing uppercut speed, and I got a resistance cord. I saw the exercises, and I'm gonna start practicing hooks and straights and shit like that soon. But they said after about a month you should notice a significant change, and it's only been like a week, and I already noticed a shit. Like so much wind be generating off of this motion. Like, bro, this shit can go bullet speed fucking fast, but I'm not gonna knock over my computer and I'm sitting down. But I don't know. So whenever I come out of quarantine, I might actually start boxing. But I heard that shit was like
Hey, that's what's up, man.
expensive. But I was like, if you're gonna throw hands, you might as well get legit with throwing hands, right? Like
So
know
Fight
exactly
Club.
how to throw a punch. Know
Fight
exactly
I
how to
issue
flurry a
a fight
motherfucker.
only in America. Fight Komodo.
No,
Nope.
I'm non-violent. This is just in case I have to break a nigga off for jumping stupid.
Yeah, you will because
But,
I'm setting it up. You're gonna have to fight a lot of people
Why?
because you're gonna have to fight a lot of
Anyhow.
people. I hope you're prepared. Hope Goku's gonna be on your side, Komodo.
Oh man.
He's fictional. He's not real.
These people that's gonna run up on you aren't.
Hey, I'm also getting a gun license. Don't run up on me. Don't
worry.
Don't run up on me for your safety. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I told you, like, I'm not getting normal guns. I'm getting automatics.
Just get a shotgun like a normal human being.
I'm gonna get one of those too, but eventually. I don't want to get a shotgun. I don't want to get a shotgun until I get a house. So then I'll just spray you up in these little closed quarters with, you know, some automatic. So yeah. Shotgun is health level shit. Had to clear out a room on a motherfucker.
I feel that.
But yeah, that's what I've got for this time period.
I feel like we can do final thoughts. This has been a good episode.
Final thoughts. I'll go first. I can't fucking say it enough.
Hello?
This is the time to learn something new.
I agree fully.
Don't waste this opportunity. You will never get another time in your life to where the world is standing still. Take advantage of that. And that's all I got. I'll let your mind wonder what the fuck I'm talking about. It's for you. The answer varies. But yeah, that's all I got.
What about you, Swerve? What's your final thought, Swerve?
Waiting on you, Swervana.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Only white people culture appropriate? That's actually kind of accurate.
So I guess Jabrin is going to the fucking upside down.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. Glad you paid your electric.
Hello?
Yes,
I can hear you.
we can hear you.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Will we
Y'all
ever
see me?
hear final thoughts from Swerve?
Hello?
Tune in next time.
We can hear you.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Yes, nigga.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know. I should be tripping, bro. Okay. Final thoughts, man. Fuck Bill Gates.
Bill O'Reilly.
Fuck Bill O'Reilly.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, still fuck Bill O'Reilly.
Shout out to Trump. Read the history of these people before you vote. Read the history on Biden. He ain't shit. And check out Bill Gates. Like I said, fuck Bill Gates. Black man, all the black men watching this, you are the original man of the world, native of America and every continent. Don't let these history books lie to you. Read a book, read a goddamn book. And that's it.
Hey.
I'll give my final thoughts. I will start doing another poetry thing. Tell me if you heard this one. It's by a person named Christopher, if you will.
Oh boy.
Motherfucker, I'm a monster in this game, similar to the Loch Ness. My rhymes is nappy rooted. Some verses got a process. The truth in this booth ain't no doubts when I'm rapping. If I say it, I've either done it or it's about to happen. When I pull up in the Louis truck on 26s, people dumb out. If life's a crap game, I'm rolling sevens on the come out. These rappers think I'm ignorant, love saying my name, cause maintaining my fish tank and their house cost the same. Ask me if I say I made it, and sure it wasn't luck, because hustlers relate to me. Some are younger than Buck. You see, I'm married to my music. We gotta, give me a second, love it. Prenup. So if that bitch don't act right, I'm still getting my cut. My deals never get screwed. My contracts practice abstinence. I'm mastering this program, hazing these undergraduates. So pimpin', be easy. Quit catching feelings. Cause you're worth a couple $100,000 and I'm worth millions. Nobody thinking about you. Plus your beef ain't legit. So please stay off the TIP off my dick. Thank you. That was from a poet named Ludacris. Some of y'all need to just stop. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna do that that way, y'all. I'm gonna do that one. This mask fucking my face up, y'all. So until the next episode, should be sometime next week, obviously.
Thursday
Holler
at
at
6.
y'all. 106 and Park? What you say?
Thursdays at 6. We show up Thursdays at 6.
Thursdays at 6.
Yo, it could be any fucking time. I promise.
Oh, anybody time. We don't know. We don't know the time. You know, we don't know.
I want to do it Thursdays at 5.
Oh.
But these niggas.
No, don't you look at me. You get him. You get him. You get him. Don't you look
I'm
at
still
me.
clocking out, G.
Oh, all right, that's my bad. All right,
Put it
Thursday.
down.
Thursday.
Swerve out here giving out to the community. Shout out to Swerve for giving the kids something to do. Shout out to Swerve. Swerve love
the kids.
I bought about a dozen little small water guns and I bought 4 big water guns and shit. I gave them out to the kids. They outside playing with them and shit. You know what's crazy? I should have bought more of the big ones because like I gave them the little ones first. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. This is what it was. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. It's like three black kids in my apartment that I really wanted to get these guns to. But I haven't seen them in a while. And I was
like the CIA would say something like that. Anyways.
You say what?
It sounds like the CIA would say something like that, but anyways.
So I was walking around, I saw these other kids. I just gave the other kids the little guns. So they came back and then basically there was a shitload of kids and I didn't have enough little guns to supply everybody. So I had to give up one of the big guns and shit. And that was a problem because the kids, I forgot kids don't know how to share that well. So they was outside kind of fighting over the big guns. So I had to give them like 2 more big guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it turned out pretty well. But I saved one of the guns for the black kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all the gun real quick. It's tight as fuck.
Hopefully it'll start growing tomatoes.
Motherfucker went out here and bought like $40 super soakers.
Bro, he came out here and did it for the kids. We need more people like this. He making the difference what he has. That's real. That's real. That's real. Giving kids something to do, bro.
So I bought a couple of these and like pretty much like 4 guns is basically like this. And I bought like a dozen little small ones and shit. But I had to say one because the black kids, I made sure I had to pretty much group them all together and say who all live together, who brothers and sisters. So I make sure each group of each household got one big ass gun, but every kid got their own little ass guns. But I want to make sure the black kids at least get this one because they brothers. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that. That's giving back to the community. Swerve for the people.
I had to keep that one secret for the kids, man. But yeah, they having a blast, man. So, but yeah, I guess if you can do anything to help your people out, help your neighbors.
This is another episode for people of culture. Do something for your community. You can learn something new.
No, I just made it.
Yeah,
Don't get that couch too much work.